I love a snorkel monster.
Right, this is Christmas advert number 2. Crab,
How much fun should you have?
It's an advert for crabs.
So walking up into Pelican
Oh,
outside.
that.
jungle!
Where's that? Is that Beirut? Have you gone to Beirut? Look at that. That looks disgusting.
I don't really know what the message was.
The message was, if you want some salmon, go take a ride with a man with big ears.
All the best street food, we have vegetarian dishes,
That's right.
fried chicken, we have
Big summer blower.
double smash burger, hand cut.
Double smash burger. So they've got eggs.
French fry.
I want to go there. They've got double smash stuff. Welcome back to Random Reacts.
I'm still not singing. I'm still not doing the theme tune. I need a new theme
We
tune.
need a new theme tune. We'll come up with one. This is a genuine first-time reaction for me, which is unusual. But we're delving into those depths now where we're having to discover new stuff because we've done a few videos that everybody's familiar with. But yeah, a complete new one for me, so I'm looking forward to it.
I
There's a
feel
lot of
like
views
I've
on
come
this.
across this, but I'm not completely
Yeah.
sure. So we'll see.
See, when you search Ren, you get the usual suspects, your Cujo, your Sick Boy, and all the main videos kind of pop up. So I've kind of been swimming around indoors for a while.
Yeah, you see, you've introduced me to ones that I've not come
I've
across.
not been
but
swimming deep down into this, so we're going to start with this one, Troubles. 2 years old.
I see. I feel
noticed.
like I've seen this, but I don't.
No.
Oh well, we'll find out, won't we?
Yes. Let's give it a go. I recognise that. It's a sample from Summer. Is that a Fatboy Slim tune? We know he's in Brighton and he's covered other Fatboy Slim stuff, but I remember a version where they've sampled Troubles or Trouble So High. I just remember that riff.
Troubles. What does it say? It's a familiar.
Yeah, it's definitely a familiar tune for
but
me. I
couldn't
can't
tell
remember
you
where
who.
it's from, but I'm guessing Fatboy Slim. But let us know, please, if you can.
I'm just reading the bottom of the song. Just reading the story.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in, memories are seeping. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music help the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitten. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first year maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor. Like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was 7.
Where's Calgary?
Calgary is in Canada.
Oh. So that's where he is. I was trying to figure out and I was like, this does not look local.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't look like Brighton.
No, he's not dressed appropriately for the weather.
No. Well, he spent a lot
I mean,
of
he
time.
does have a hat.
I mean, we know we spent a lot of time in Canada, don't we, for treatment?
For part of
and
the
stuff.
treatment,
Calgary played host to the Winter Olympics one year.
It looks snowy.
probably the 80s or the 90s or something. But yeah, he obviously spends a lot of time over there.
Sorry, I interrupted you because you paused, but then I asked you a question. What was your question?
You're doing the magic finger where you're going as if you're telling me to pause. You should pinch my leg if you want me to pause it. We need to come up with some code.
Well, it's because you hog the keyboard,
Yeah.
so I can't do it myself. But yeah, it's quite. I don't know whether or not it will come across on the corner screen. There is actually quite a bit of information at the start about how he's ended up where he's ended up and his medical conditions.
He very much plays on it in the sense with his videos. He talks about it a lot.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Plays on it. That makes it sound awful.
No, I don't mean to sound bad, but it's probably been mentioned a lot because it is who he is, and it's what makes everything that he does even more remarkable. But it gets mentioned a lot. It's features in a lot of his rap, and he plays. I say he plays on it a lot.
Did he go missing?
It's a very running theme. Eh?
Yeah, did he go missing? He says in the start, didn't he?
I don't know. You'd have to get into Google and find out the story of that.
I would. I feel like I've just found.
But it's a very chilled sort of tune, so we'll see. But I'm liking it though.
From the means to help me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry. Wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bed tomb. Rearranged the alphabet and all the letters spelled doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap. Deep in psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become. And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust you buckle a knee.
One time he carved a hole in his chest. Is he known for self-harming as well?
I presume for anyone who's gone through any kind of psychosis, kind
Or
of
major
mental
pain.
struggle, that's probably quite a. I don't want to say normal because normal's not the word.
I think he
It's
probably has.
This
comes as a surprise
mechanism.
to me. That. Yeah. It's a what? Sorry?
A coping mechanism.
So
a lot of people see
mechanism,
self-harm and kind of go, but
Yeah.
you're hurting yourself. But when you understand the concept of self-harm and how people use it,
Yeah.
and like he was saying about the elastic band snapping, and
Yeah,
how, like people
I've
use an elastic
seen that,
band
yeah,
as a kind
yeah.
of distraction from intrusive
It's like a
thoughts
little
or,
mini shock kind of thing. I've seen people do that.
and
on
it's
films
kind of,
and
and it
stuff.
can also like like how
Yeah.
fidgets and things, how it's distraction.
Yeah.
So self-harm, like I said, people just don't. I don't think a lot of people know a lot about mental health stuff. But self-harm, sorry, the cat's at the door. I can hear her
Cats
clicking.
at the door again.
But so self-harm things, as much as can seem so destructive for the person who then is going through that can actually be quite constructive
Yeah.
in a different way, because it's a coping, it's a way of releasing something somehow.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting.
It's like a tapping thing, isn't it? It's like something they know, and it's like something they can, like a metronome in a sense. They're using it to keep themselves steady as a familiar
yeah,
sound.
that's me. So someone might, like, there's a lot of things in regards to self-harm, whether that be, I'm trying to keep it kind of not dark because it's dark in it.
Mm.
But as a way of releasing some of the pain, even though the act causes pain, it then releases a psychological stress.
Yeah.
It's really hard to describe. But it's quite poignant that
It's
he
a
said
way of
it's a shame
distracting
it's
them
not,
from the
yeah,
inner
and
stress
it's a shame
and pain.
it's not a metaphor.
Yeah, the physical
It's actually
pain
something that's-
is a distraction from the inner pain that they're going through. Perhaps.
Yeah, it's good. It's quite interesting. I also really liked, I know it's probably like completely irrelevant, but I really liked the way he said per guttery.
Yeah.
Like it was over like two kind of things. I really liked it. I've never noticed like anything like that. I know he does a lot of stuff in a lot of his
There's
things where you kind of pick
everything.
up on
Yeah.
on words. I like the way it was into kind of two.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not musical, so I don't know how to describe it. But I liked the way you did the kind of the crossover into a next.
Yeah.
Poem is the only way I can describe it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's go.
There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Facts. 26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm lying broken naked on my back. Have on my microphone until my coffin started dropping raw thoughts with the grim reaper knocking on the track. But then, man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. In the cell transplant, pulled me out of the cold. And my skin got younger and my body got stronger and my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you. Pain that I live through. Everything I've been through is yours to hold.
Got to hold my hand up there when I'm saying he's banging on about it. He is actually banging on about it because he's trying.
Yeah.
I didn't realise he's trying to raise awareness for it. And
I tell you what, that is pretty epic in regards to the way we sort of. It did mention about the release from the Cold Steel.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fact that he's trying to bring awareness to so many things, and they are underfunded.
And this is 2 years old, this, and he's still covering similar topics.
And it's not because I think on the surface it can be diagnosed as different stuff.
Sorry, he's what?
Like a lot of the things, like Lyme disease, fibromyalgia, the things that he's mentioned on that, a lot of the time they are diagnosed as something that's completely not what it is, because a lot of the symptoms
are similar.
They're similar, and you can't always find something specific to it. So, like obviously, like with Lyme disease, doesn't it come from it's a tick bite, isn't it?
You'd think there'd be a certain test you could do because of the word
which would say
let's
this
test
is
for
what
this,
it is.
let's test for that, let's test for that.
But like fibromyalgia, a lot of the time things like fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome, all these sorts of things, they decide that that's what you've got based on ruling everything else out.
Yeah.
So
it's a last resort.
The research behind it is like, it's not great, is it? They can do such amazing things, though.
Yeah, it's given him a rich seam of vocal lyrics to talk about. But yeah, he is clearly pushing it, and he does talk about it on his YouTube comments section a lot.
Well, when that's been your life,
and I suppose when it has been your life, it becomes your life to a certain degree, and you're not. He's almost using it to. If he hadn't had all of that, he'd be talking about. I was on a swing. I met a girl. I went for a walk with my dog, and I ate some spaghetti bolognese one night. Maybe not. Maybe not as technically gifted as myself, obviously. But he'd be talking about stuff. But
he's such a storyteller.
You can only talk about your life experience, and if this is it's clearly taken up a large amount of his life.
I like the fact that he's giving back, and he says,
"Love it." 2 years ago, and he's he's over
And
there
is there
getting
much
treatment.
more research? I don't know.
Yeah.
I was saying, do you want the other day? I read about. I was listening to a study about the use of methylene blue and red light therapy.
Right.
Because I was following this. I'm following a story at the minute of a man who has frontal temporal seizures, so frontal temporal epilepsy,
Yeah.
and he's gone through a process of using.
You're following a
he's gone
story.
through.
Story of all that. I'm playing Candy Crush at the minute.
Yeah, because I'm
She's
interested.
following
I
stuff
find it
about
fascinating.
temporal lobes, lobe
Frontal
stuff.
temporal
Yeah.
epilepsy, and
Yeah.
it's about a man who is
Yeah.
like, and he's gone through all the things where the doctors sort of say, oh, try this, try that tablet, try the other, and he went to someone, and it's very much alternative therapy kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah.
But someone who is qualified in that field. It's not
Yeah.
just some random who's got here, try this.
Oh yeah.
But methylene blue is used to like dye.
Alternative
Does it die
therapy.
for
Everything
years?
started out as alternative therapy at one point
Yeah.
in time.
Well, now you can use
until it becomes
like,
adopted into the
yeah.
medicinal world.
But this methylene, I think it's called methylene blue. Trying to think how it's spelled. Is then, and they use that alongside like red light therapy.
Yeah.
It's a thing that's done. It's over in America somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. This
Calgary?
surfer looking dude.
Yeah.
Who uses that, but he was saying that like on his video that it's not kind of used so much because it's not.
It's not lucrative, yeah.
And you just
The medical-
think, but if it worked, then it's
yeah.
changed this bloke's life around completely.
Yeah.
And it's all
But
about the money, innit?
medicine is kind of like the controlled side of
It's all about the pig head.
medical history.
It's all
and
about the
science,
pig head.
yeah. But it's left to these smaller companies and businesses and people and innovators to come up with, to do all the hard work and the donkey work, and then once they come along and they go, actually this will cure Lyme disease, suddenly they'll go, hang on a minute, we're going to buy you out or shut you down.
Yeah.
And we will adopt that, and now we're interested. But
Yeah, now we
in
can
the
make a load of money
meantime,
off you. But we'll
that's
make you
irrefutable.
suffer a bit more.
We've been giving people painkillers, penicillin for the last 35 years, but you've got some magic cure.
Yeah,
They either
don't want
buy
magic
them
cure,
or they
do
shut them down.
Not that because I am very much, I very much am a believer in like medications and stuff, but I also
Yeah, when
do
it's
sort of
proven,
think
yeah.
if there is something else that can
Yeah.
work, why wouldn't you try it? And if
Yeah, of
it's
course,
just
you've got to try
purely
everything.
because it's not going to earn money, that's
Yeah.
just horrendous, isn't it?
But Tune itself, that was very much
that was really good. It still seems familiar, but I
it's
don't
chilled.
know.
Still need to know who that cover is. Somebody's definitely covered that trouble bit at the beginning.
It's in
Would
my
like
head,
to
but
know
I
that.
don't. You know when you can hear it,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
unless
See,
unless
I
you,
thought Fat Boys them as well, but I don't know.
yeah,
if it's
unless
Fat
you
Boys
use like Google, you know, you can put your Google microphone up to it
them.
now,
Oh, that's
can't
a
you,
good
and listen
point,
to
yeah.
it?
But then would it not play you that song?
I don't know. It might play that, or it
know.
might, because it's going to play different versions, isn't it? Anyway, thank you for that, for watching.
I enjoyed it.
It's an interesting one. It certainly focuses more on his health, and it's chilled, but he's clearly getting treatment in Canada and still filming videos at the same time. So good on you, Ren. Thanks for that. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.